Hey folks, my name is Gareth Soloway. Welcome to the play call for the day. So in this play call, I want to go over three charts. We're going to go over the Bitcoin chart, which is starting to make a move, the Ethereum chart that's starting to make a move, and we're going to also look at gold. We're going to look at what the charts are telling us. Is this a new breakout potentially on Bitcoin and Ethereum? What about gold? Gold's pulling back a little bit. We're going to look at the trade levels to buy some gold. All right, so what I want to do, number one, is get right into the charts. Here's your Bitcoin chart. You can see on the daily chart, we've been consolidating for a long time. We're beginning to push up. Now, the only issue here is this, is that we've already had these attempts at breakouts over here. The only difference here is that we're now seeing more consolidation. The key here, folks, is that consolidation essentially builds energy. So if there's going to be an opportunity to have a breakout, this is your opportunity. It's probably your last opportunity in the near term. I say last because there's a certain amount of probability that says that if you hammer a certain amount of times and you can't break out, the path of least resistance is the ultimate outcome. What I mean by that is think about this. If you have two forces fighting each other, one force is going here and they're pushing this force back, but then this force pushes them back. Again, this force tries and pushes it into this, and again they get pushed back. Again they try and they still get pushed back. At some point, this force is going to go the other way because they're going to give up. They're going to say, I can't win this battle, and they're going to walk away. That's what Bitcoin's been doing right now. It keeps trying to push through resistance. It's struggling. It's struggling because the resistance level here is a major level. If we zoom out on this again, folks, look at this, right? So not only do we have this area here as well as right here, and I know it's hard to see, so let me show you right here. So you have this pivot and this pivot here, and also this consolidation. So it makes sense why Bitcoin is struggling so much in this situation with trying to break to the upside, because you're dealing with psychologically major pivot lows from the bull market that, again, are causing issues. So that's what we're dealing with here. You also have this downsloping trend line. Look at that downsloping trend line. From that pivot, you pierced it on that final bull leg. You then reestablished right here. And now you're coming into it right over in this point of interest, right over here. All right, so that's why you're dealing with this. So the bottom line is, if Bitcoin can break out here, this is a major opportunity. If it can't, I do expect it to fall back down. Again, the big level here, you might say, okay, it's already breaking out. The answer is no, it's not. You have to look for that move above 30,000, and it needs to stay there. For me, it needs to establish itself and start building a bull flag. A bull flag basically builds a fort. Think about it in military situations. You're actually establishing yourself. You got to build that fort to protect that level. That's what consolidation does. That's what you're looking for Bitcoin to do. So if it gets above 30,000, that's not a breakout. That could be a pierce, could be a fooling action by the algorithms out there to lure a lot of longs in. There's so many different situations. All right. Let's quickly go to the Ethereum chart, see what we got on the Ethereum chart. All right, here's your Ethereum chart here, guys. And again, if we zoom in on this, we can see that Ethereum is actually struggling a little bit more than Bitcoin here. Right in this situation, you have this upsloping trend line right here. You pierced it here, you pulled back. You're not back to that line just yet. So that's a big deal here on the Ethereum chart. This tells us essentially that we're in a situation that Ethereum is trying to get also through resistance, but it's struggling here even a little bit more than Bitcoin. Now, there is that fork coming up on Ethereum that could have something to do with it. And even if we do go up, look at this. So even if Ethereum does break above the current levels, you have a major pivot high at 2,000 that, again, is going to be problematic. So that's going to have to be something that we analyze here and we kind of look at and see if it can get through there. Right now, again, to me, Ethereum looks like slightly weaker than Bitcoin. But again, even Bitcoin, until it establishes itself above 30,000, it means absolutely nothing to me. In fact, it's still resistance and should be kept as such. Here's your chart of gold. Gold is pulling back, guys. We can clearly see you got a short-term breakout, right? So if we look at that high there, you hit it right here. And then we actually pulled back. Now we broke out. Now look at the pullback on the daily chart. Now, the reason why this is important with these two lines is notice how they're starting to converge, right? They're starting to converge into a point. That tells me a level that I'm going to look to buy gold on the retrace to. All right, now again, I've been swing trading gold all year long for great profits. It's been an amazing action-packed mover. But again, for me right now, I'm looking to buy pullbacks. On pullbacks, again, what I'm going to look for is moving into this level right here, right into this range right here, this 1900-ish level. As these two lines converge, that's going to make a stronger level of support. That means that, again, that's your level on a pullback. Again, basically the 1900-ish level. Could pierce 1900 by a little bit, but based on all the metrics I'm seeing, you want to buy the pierce of 1900 for the next leg up that should test 2075, which would then be a triple top, a small pullback off 2075, and then we should see gold push through. All right, the bottom line is, guys, this is where it's at. I always want you guys learning the charts. Learn the charts. They mean so much to me. They actually tell me, and again, remember this, is that when you first look at charts, they look like a bunch of red and green candles. It's like, what the heck does this mean? The more you learn it, the more you decipher, and they start talking to you. Essentially, it's like a foreign book of language that you cannot read, but as you learn that language, the charts start to tell you what they're saying. And that's why I'm so passionate about the charts, is because they actually do help put probabilities in your favor. Find me again at verifiedinvestingcrypto.com, inthemoneystocks.com, and again, it's here, it's there, it's everywhere. Chart your life. I mean, everything I teach allows you to really exemplify your life and teach and learn from everything that you do, and actually chart breakouts in your own life. I've seen people chart their life and see how they're struggling in a job and just kind of struggling and kind of feeling like they're not breaking above, not getting to that next level. All you're doing in that situation is creating a bull flag, and the bull flag is meant to break out. You just have to push through it. Push through that resistance level to that next level and watch your chart of your life take off with a vertical move. My name again is Gareth Soloway. Take care.